How's it going, guys? It's the second video of Hookah 77 today, and as I promised, we're gonna talk about what a Kaloud Lotus is and why is it better than foil. I think it's time to get started and let's discuss what it is. So a Kaloud Lotus is made from stainless steel. It comes from the US, and people watching from the US or any other country might know already about it, but if you don't and you're just a beginner, it's basically a device that makes the hookah smoking process much easier and the tobacco heating process much faster. The Kaloud Lotus is made out of stainless steel, so it's not scared of any heat or fire because, well, you use coals. You put coals inside, and, well, if it would have been scared, then there would be no use for it, right? So there are two types. I'd say three types or even four. There's the one that's made in the United States, the original one, the one that we have right here. Then we've got there's a Chinese replica of one, then there's a heat keeper, and some other replicas as well. So we're gonna talk more in depth about them a bit later, but right now we're gonna talk about the original one. And there's also a bigger version that's made in China as well, and this one's used more with fruits like grapefruit, pineapple, orange, melon, for example, or any other big fruit that you use. For example, if we use an apple to make the tobacco, you wouldn't use a bigger one but a small one because the apple is small itself. So the amount of coals you can put in a heat keeper in the original one is 3. You don't need no more. You just put 3 coals in, put the lid on top like this, close it, and just wait. Just make a puff and wait a bit so the tobacco and the bowl heat up. I want to mention that today we're using a UPG bowl, the upgrade form. I'm not sure if it's popular where you live, but I would recommend this bowl because it's kind of small and it keeps the heat really well with the tobacco. And as you can see, there's 6 holes, 5 on the sides and 1 on the middle. That makes the tobacco heating process and the blowing of the and smoking of the hookah, much smoother and nicer. So I'll show today, we're gonna smoke a hookah today with some Serious tobacco. Serious tobacco. No, actually it's called Serious. It's the brand name. And once you heat up the tobacco and it starts burning, you just have to move it a bit to the side and open the holes. And if this doesn't help, you just take the lid off and the coals are just gonna be there like on foil. And another great thing about the Kaloud Lotus is that the coals won't fall and it just sticks to the bowl like this with the tobacco, and that's it. So if you move the hookah or hit it by accident, it's not gonna fall off like the coals would. It just like move and that's it, and the coals would be inside. So that's another really great thing about this device. And I think it's time for us to pack a bowl quickly and see how long it'll take to pack the tobacco and for the coals to heat up. So let's go do that right now. Today we're gonna pack the Serious tobacco, as I stated previously. We got strawberry jump, and I think it's grape, and Buster grape. We're gonna mix these two tobaccos together. I'll show you a little mix technique, like the basic one, without layers or anything like that. We're gonna get into layers and sector bowl packing techniques in the future. Right now we're just gonna mix the two flavors and get going. So as I said, we're gonna use the UPG bowl upgrade form. I really recommend this bowl because it's really comfortable to use and it works with any tobacco. So +1 for this. So let's get the tobacco open. Strawberry, nice. So let's say we need this much of grape. And strawberry. And I'll just add some grape just for the flavor. Just add some freshness to the mix. Okay. So as you can see, they're the same color. So what I do is I just mix them together, and I'm just gonna mix the tobaccos together right now. Serious tobacco is really small already, so I'm not gonna cut it, even though I do cut most of the tobaccos, but this one's already small and there's no need to cut it. So we're just gonna take the bowl right here and just put the tobacco inside. I think that no, it's fine, perfect actually, perfect amount. There you go. So, let me grab this. Never forget the tissues, they really help you. Okay, so we got the bowl ready, and today I'm gonna show you different techniques of bowl packing. Not the basic one where you just put the tobacco in, but you're gonna make a little tunnel on in the middle, like this. I'll show you. I'll come closer to the camera to show you guys. Okay, so as you can see that there's a tunnel in the middle. This is done to make the smoking of the hookah much easier, and when you put the Kaloud on top, as you can see there are holes on the sides. So if you put it on top and the heat goes through the Kaloud Lotus into the bowl, it attacks the sides of the tobacco, which then further travels into the middle and goes through the middle hole, completely through it, which makes the smoking, as I said, easier and a bit faster as well. So if you do this technique with foil, you would not make the little holes as I showed in the first video I made about the basic bowl packing technique. So check that out. You won't make the holes in the middle. You would make them on the sides and leave the middle of the foil not touched. So I think it's time to get the coals and start smoking. So as you can see, I changed scenery because it was really uncomfortable to do it from the side. So I just put the hookah right next to me. So we got the bowl ready. We're just gonna put it on top right here. Then we got the Kaloud Lotus. Bam, done. The next thing we need to do is put the coals on and wait for it to start smoking. So 3 coals is more than enough. So what you want to do next is just put this aside. Take the lid of the Kaloud Lotus and put it on top, and close all the holes so the heat is contained inside the Kaloud Lotus and travels into the bowl and through the tobacco and into the stem and into the water base and then into the hose, and so you can start smoking. So I think we should wait a couple minutes and just go and smoke and see how it is. I'll put a timer on. I'm not gonna touch it yet. We're just gonna take a puff in about 3-4 minutes, I'd say, to check how's it going and see what's up. So stay tuned. So 4 minutes has passed, and let's take the first puff together, guys. So as you can see, it has been really quick. With foil it takes around 6-7 minutes for it to go through the tobacco and start smoking. So we have started the process of smoking hookah, and there's gonna be more smoke in just a little bit after I take a couple more puffs. What can I say about the Kaloud Lotus then? So with the Kaloud Lotus, there is no problem with the ashes or changing the coals. You just take the lid off, take the coals, put them in wherever you need to put them and change them to continue smoking. And all the ash that comes from the coals, I'd say, is staying inside the actual device. I call it the device. It's just, I don't know how to call it, in the Kaloud Lotus, I'd say. And therefore it doesn't go anywhere on the plate, on the floor. So it's really clean. It makes the process of smoking hookah really clean, not dirty, no hassle to clean like the plate or be scared that something's gonna burn. It's just there. So another thing I want to say is, for example, if the tobacco starts burning, you don't need to play with the windshield or have problems with the heat management process. You just put it like this, the 3 holes open, or you can make it half holes or quarter holes, whatever you decide. I just open it maybe half or full when I feel that the tobacco is starting to burn, and therefore it's just easier than putting the windscreen off, taking it, putting it on, taking it off. And then if you don't have a windscreen, you have to play with the foil, which is just makes it not fun at all. And if there's not enough smoke, you just close it again, and that's it. So right now nothing's burning. There are 3 coals inside the Kaloud Lotus. You can also take it off if it starts to burn as well. And if it doesn't burn and there's not enough smoke, you just put it on and close it for the heat to stay inside the bowl and not come out. So I prefer working with the Kaloud Lotus more than foil, but as I stated before in my first video that I made, that we made, Hookah 77 is not just me. It's gonna be a community of you guys, us teaching you guys, you giving us insights about what you do with your tobaccos. Maybe you have your own techniques of packing a bowl. So comment below if you do. I'd love to read them, and I'll answer and maybe try something myself. So yeah, fuck that ring. Yeah. What else can I say about the Kaloud Lotus? It gets hot, so don't touch the steel. And I can touch the bowl because it's not that hot yet because of the tobacco. But if you touch the Kaloud Lotus, you probably burn yourself, so be careful with that. And for example, sometimes this gets stuck. So what you want to do is take your clips or maybe or something else, just pat it right, and take it off easily. Because with the Chinese replicas, this thing gets really hot, so it's sometimes really hard to touch it. So I just do it with clips sometimes when the original Kaloud Lotus is not by my side, why I'm not using it. So right now I'm feeling that the tobacco is starting to burn a bit, so I just open it like this. Don't need to hassle with the windscreen, do I? And just continue smoking and having a good time with my friends, with my family, with my co-workers maybe, or just having a good time by myself studying for something, or reading a book. Guys, I really hope you liked the video. Comment below what you want to see next. We're gonna make a comparison video if you want later on between foil and a Kaloud Lotus, which smokes better. And I want to give the props to the guy who invented this thing, because it just really makes it easier to smoke and just have fun smoking hookah. In the next video I'm probably gonna show you how to pack a bowl with an apple, and we're gonna have other different fruit mixes, fruit packing techniques. For example, the pineapple, just the foil or the double Kaloud way of doing it, and that's really fun because I'll just talk about it later in this. So make sure to subscribe not to miss it, because yeah, we're gonna have a lot of content, a lot of different content, and just join the family, guys. Join Hookah 77. I want to wish you guys more smoke. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, comment below what you think about this video, and if you got what you want to see next. And thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.